Math falsifies naturalistic mega-evolution. Part 9. Atheist mathematician and scientist. 18. Mathematics of evolution presents an insuperable problem for the notion that life arose out of an abiological organic soup through the development of a primitive replicating system. A primitive replicating system could not have copied itself with anything like the fidelity of present-day systems. With only poor copying fidelity, a primitive system could carry little genetic information without degradational lambda becoming unbearably large, which would destroy the system. And how a primitive system could then improve its fidelity, and also evolve into a sexual system with crossover, beggars the imagination. Atheist scientist Dr. Fred Hoyle. My comment. Dr. Hoyle is making the point that random mutations in any primitive reproducing system would very quickly destroy its genetic information. This would make it impossible for that system to continue to reproduce itself, and to improve its genetic fidelity over time. This makes both naturalistic abiogenesis and naturalistic mega-evolution impossible. 19. Aging proceeds more or less linearly with time at first, as would be expected from a steady accumulation of defects. But eventually a stage is reached where an aging organism appears to fall over a precipice, as would inevitably be so, should defects begin to destroy the efficiency of the copying process itself. When severe deleterious feedback would set in, with defects generating more defects at an increasing rate and with the copying process failing to operate at all, in the ultimate limit. Degeneration of the somatic cells occurs in not more than a few tens of generations. Atheist scientist Dr. Fred Hoyle. My comment. Dr. Hoyle indicates that aging of a biological creature occurs from accumulation of defects that arise during life, and the copying process that is used to create new generations of cells in the creature. Over time, these defects accumulate until they destroy the copying process itself, after which the creature dies. The same process applies to species as each new generation of creatures inherits increasing numbers of defects from its parents. This process is called genetic load. And this makes upward evolution of complex species impossible, since the millions of harmful mutations that arise swamp the effects of any single allegedly beneficial mutation that arises in the population. 20. The mere existence of the aging process shows, indeed, that statements one frequently hears, to the effect that Darwinian theory is as obvious as the Earth going around the Sun, are either expressions of almost incredible naivete or they are deceptions. Even so, with such widespread evidence of senescence in the world around us, it still seems amazing that so many people think that it is obvious that the biological system as a whole should be headed in the opposite direction, traveling from inferior to superior, traveling as it were from age to youth. Atheist scientist Dr. Fred Hoyle. My comment. Here, Dr. Hoyle is making the same point that I made in my previous comment above. Note: atheist mathematician and scientist Fred Hoyle performed extensive calculations to determine if naturalistic evolution, random chance and natural selection, would work. And he found that it does not work, for any level higher than microevolution, i.e., adaptation of a species to its local environment, inside a genus or family. He published the calculations in a book titled, Mathematics of Evolution. The quotes above are from his book. Conclusion. In his book, Dr. Hoyle uses extensive mathematics to show that Neo-Darwinism is false for higher taxa. Neo-Darwinism is true for microevolution, i.e., random chance and natural selection can cause adaptation of a species to its environment, resulting in formation of varieties inside a species, or genus, but nothing more. Random chance and natural selection are not capable of creating the biofunctional information, and the large-scale changes needed to create completely new body plans, and completely new higher taxa, such as kingdom, phylum, class, order. So, Neo-Darwinism, random chance and natural selection, is false for naturalistic mega-evolution, i.e., the claim of naturalistic single-cell to human evolution. And, this is the case for all naturalistic mechanisms in the modern synthesis and the extended synthesis. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.